A while back, I made a video about the Street Fighter 6 concept art for the new swimsuit skins, of which there are many, and they were all very nice. And now we can see them in action in 3D. Now, you might be wondering, Lily, why are we talking about this again? Very simple. Sometimes it's very difficult to integrate 2D concept art into 3D work because there is volume, there is animation, and there's a lot of things happening and a lot of things meshing with each other. So I want to see if the Street Fighter 6 devs actually manage to take those concept pieces and make them look just as good in 3D as in 2D. Because unfortunately, sometimes when you put something into 3D, it gets kind of lost in the shuffle.
You must atone for the crimes you've committed. But it's not too late for you to change your ways and...
What did they do to you? My child! They massacred you! Your eyes weren't empty before! There used to be life in those eyes! Look at them, they lobotomized my boy! They lobotomized him so hard he lost saturation. He was so cute in the 2D artwork! Look at him! So, like, this is Luke's, right? The 2D concept for Luke is this. Míralo, guapo, guapote. Popeye arms. So we have a really clear-cut action line, very striking pose, very awesome swimsuit, great color scheme, great fucking composition, really nice details. Let's see how they put him in game. Yeah, Baywatch. Oh! Look at him, his arms are huge.
Dude, you look huge.
All right, so all the details are actually there, which is great to see. I see the swim trunks, I see the watch, I see his like little lifeguard fanny pack. The thing I do see, and this is completely an animation thing, is that he doesn't have the same power in his shoulders that he has in the 2D concept art. But those are 3D model limitations that I don't think that they were gonna be able to, you know, get over. Like, they can't change his body shape just for a costume. So that's something that like they do in the concept art, but they might not be able to do it in game. Every detail is there though, so I think that it is a fairly decent adaptation for the artwork. The fuckboy vibe is fucking thriving, the sunglasses are awesome, the hair looks great, the baseball cap looks perfectly douchey.
Oh, ladies, what's good?
He's not a douche, by the way, he's the nicest person. All the details are there, right? And that's the most important thing, is like, do they translate well? I would say yes. Maybe the body type is a little bit lacking, but I think that everything else really just looks pretty fucking good. And in motion, which is the most important thing, in motion, I think he looks phenomenal. That's the fun thing, right? In motion, he had to match the vibe of the concept art, and I really think he does. Like, he's embodying that party Beach Boy vibe, which is what we wanted. It's funny we have to say that he's lacking when he's built like a brick house. He is, however, in his neutral position, his shoulders have a little bit of a slouch to them, which is very, very different from the very, like, strong stance here. However, in motion, the details all show and shine through, and that's what you want to do, especially with a fighting game, because the animations are the most important part of any fighting game element. Look at the sandals.
Sure thing. Let's dance.
Oh, Jamie! With Jamie, he has an opposing color scheme to Luke. They both match in a weird way. Like, Luke is very bright and red, but he has some white accents, and Jamie is bright white with red accents. So they have an inverse color scheme, which is already pretty fun. Luke and Jamie are kind of rivals, and I think that that's hilarious. Definitely, I do think that the one in game is a one-on-one translation. We have everything right down to the accessories. Everything has been put in there. The dragon patterns are the same. The elements are the same. Very consistently matches the concept art. Nothing is missing, which is already a really, really good sign. I want to see him in motion, though. Lovely. All right, drunk kung fu. Absolutely fucking stunning. And like, if you see him moving, they actually did the cloth simulation so well. It definitely looks summery and breezy, and I really love the golden gourd on the back of his trunks. Everything that needs to move is moving, right? All the floppy bits are moving, the gourd is moving, his belt is moving, his hair is moving. The sandals look awesome. He's wearing Gucci sliders. Okay, so far so good. Amazing translation from 2D to 3D. His balls are moving. Everything is moving. Gorgeous action lines here. Like, oh, Kimmy. Kimberly, I think, has my favorite summer skin out of all of them. She looks like a goddamn fucking queen. It's incredibly sexy, very, very stylish. Very hip, fun, bright, and peppy. Let's see how the 3D one did it. Did she have different patterns on the jacket? No, they're all there. Kimberly's funny because from the front, it looks like the jacket is missing details, but when she turns around, they're all there. And I think that for the girly pops, they match the body shapes 1-to-1, which is awesome. Yeah, all the details in the jacket are actually present. It's just the way that she was posed in the concept art shows them better than a neutral front-facing pose. It's really fun to see the concept work actually be realized 1-to-1, because I can guarantee you that this is not the first iteration that they made for Kimberly swimsuit. This is the final. I call it concept art because the final realized product is in the game. But I can guarantee you that there were at least 2 or 3 more drafts for this outfit before they put this in there. Because usually that's how it works with character designs. You very rarely go with the thing that you initially put to paper. At most, like a dozen or more drafts for a single character. And I do think that this matches really well. Great movement. Body shape is 1-to-1. Super sexy, super playful, which I think with Kimberly is the most important fact. Like, she's super playful, right? That's like the whole thing of her character. She's always moving, she's always on the move, always on the go, always listening to music. So there's great motion here. Oh yeah, great ass. Again, I love me a summer skin that's actually a swimsuit instead of just beach wear, because mama, swimsuit good, butt good. If I don't see cheeks, I don't want it. So Kim looks awesome as well. And they made the colors pop just as brightly in the concept art as they do in the 3D, despite the fact that the 3D has volume and fucking lighting and texture changes. I wish the teal would pop a little bit more. That would be my one nitpick on the swimsuit. But that's more a lighting thing in the game and not so much the actual design. The design is great, but the game lighting, especially in this screen, is very bright, so you might not be able to see that detail. And when you're working with like concept art like this, you don't have lighting in different colors. So I think Kim, also a pretty good match. Oh! Manon wearing fucking Gucci print here. Like, this is the actual concept for her swimsuit. She has like a giga fancy rich bitch slutty swimsuit. Would be sluttier without the cover-up, so I think that the cover-up is a great addition. Let's see the actual 3D model. I mean, I will say this, I'm impressed. A swimsuit like this on an actual fucking 3D object would not be easy to model. You can fall into the trap of making it fucking vacuum sealed to the body, which does not look good. But the thing that I like is that there's actual contact here. It feels like the fabric has weight. It feels like it's actually resting on her body as opposed to being glued to it. So mad props to the 3D modeling team for the cloth simulation for Manon's swimsuit, because they could have very easily made it fucking vacuum sealed to her body, and they didn't. It looks amazing. Oh, the underboob is lovely. Underboob is lovely, accessories are lovely, that fucking Gucci-inspired cover-up is amazing, but the most impressive thing about Manon's skin is the fact that the swimsuit does look like fabric. It doesn't look glued on. Good job. Amazing work. And in action, this is where we kind of have to have a little suspension of disbelief, because if you were moving like Manon is moving with a swimsuit like that, the tit would fly out. Just boop, boop, nipple. So here's where we have to suspend disbelief a little bit and believe that she's using double-sided tape. But the fact that the devs and 3D modelers did not shy away from making it actually feel and look like fabric is commendable, very commendable. I really like her ass. Look at that! Jesus! I'm looking disrespectfully and not at all respectful in the slightest, I'm sorry. But that looks really good though, because like the fabric is actually digging between her legs, which is what happens when you're wearing a swimsuit, right? The one thing I do see though is that the saturation for some of the colors is way stronger in-game than out of it. Could be a lighting thing, but Manon's hair looked much lighter in her concept art than in the actual game iteration. Could be lighting though. Yeah, the concept art was a lighter shade of pink, I think, but it's not bad anyway. Oh my god. I am gay. Hello! The red flags, the parade. This one, I think, has been excellent use of posing in the 3D model, because if you look at the way that she's standing, it's not at all neutral. It looks like it could be at a glance, but then you notice the details. She's laying on that thing all sexy, she's looking at the poison. She's standing with her hands behind her back, but not in a neutral way, in an I'm going to gank you way. She looks threatening. And the fucking swimsuit, again, it's a 1-to-1 translation. I am actually very surprised that they managed to find an actual contrast between how pale she is and the actual bandages on her body. I was expecting her to feel a little bit washed out, but no, we have nice contrast. We're not losing details, especially in such severe lighting that they're using for these shots. He's going to poison you. Look at her. For a summer skin, it's a very fun one. A very interesting concept because we didn't just make a swimsuit. We took an old hospital gown and we made it into a swimsuit. And the colors and fabric texture are all there, and it's still very, very sexy, despite the fact that it's kind of unhinged. She completely nailed it, and again, we have nice contrast, because like, I thought that she was gonna look washed out and you would not be able to like spot the bandage details, but no, it's right there. And she probably has the most interesting action lines out of the bunch so far, which, believe it or not, the cut of the swimsuit helps flaunt tremendously. I do genuinely love how the swimsuit frames her body. It makes her look so elegant and otherworldly and creepy. She's not curvy, but the fit makes it so she feels like she is. Yeah, it frames her body really nicely. She's like very lanky in body type, like no booba, barely any ass. Almost androgynous, but the framing of the actual fabric just makes her look way more feminine, which is great. It's like delicate, but also menacing, which I think is kind of like the vibe for Aki, you know? It's a great hairstyle. I do like this better than her normal stupid mushroom hair. Cammy! I like this one, but it's not like my favorite out of all of them. Because in the concept art, I think I didn't say this shade of pink with this amount of tan might not be the best bet, because like they seem really, really close in terms of like color saturation. If the swimsuit was a darker shade of pink, or maybe neon, it would stand out more, but I feel like her swimsuit gets kind of lost, especially if you put it next to like a white belt on the straw hat. However, with the 3D model, I am pleased to see that the pink stands out more than in the concept art, so this is a case where the 3D actually outshines the concept. The tan lines are there to be sexy. They're not there for like any sensical reason. I think that they're just there to be sexy. But they do have really, really big feet in Street Fighter, now that I'm looking at Cammy's feet, like Kingdom Hearts feet, baby. We went back to like the classic hairstyle for Cammy, which is long hair and double braids. I've seen why people with spray tans did like this IRL and it's too much. They look like another minority boring on blackface. Please don't do this. Oh yeah, don't turn yourself into a pumpkin to look good for the summer, please. Fun fact, my dad did that once. I do think that the tan looks much, much nicer in the 3D model than in the concept art because look, the pink doesn't look washed out. The shoes match so nicely, the belt looks so good. And the belt no longer feels like it's stealing the show contrast-wise because her skin is balanced better. Super nice. Hat, adorable. It's a teeny tiny pink bikini, which is kind of perfect for Cammy if you think about it. I really like it because it makes her feel more like summery. But yeah, this is the case for me where the 3D trumps the concept art, definitely. Looks good in 3D and 2D, but the 3D looks better. Color-wise.
Good God, she's so buffa.
Yeah, she's actually really, really built. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. But Cammy's another one that, yeah, very, very nice implementation of all the details. We didn't miss anything. That's great.
I'll show you the power of my
Mommy! This was my favorite one, and let's see if they actually got it one-to-one. And it looks like they did. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. This was the one I was the most concerned about. This was the one that I was the most worried about implementing in-game because A, it's based off a really old piece of concept art, and B, there's a lot of really fine details here, from the hair accessories to the bangles, earrings, bracelet on the thigh, bracelet on the ankle, sandals. I would have probably gone with like a lighter shade of gold so it would pop with that blue more, but it's still noticeable, and the little belt is such a nice touch too. Gorgeous. Criminal intention high cut. Christ. I am, yeah, fuck. Chun-Li. Jesus. We actually managed to keep that like ridiculously wide hip illusion with the incredibly high cut swimsuit. I'm so glad that they didn't change that too much. I do feel though, and please don't hate me, chat, that the accessories, it's not because they're bad, it's because these accessories have really fine detail. And when something has super, super fine detail, it's something that when you animate it, you're often not gonna spot it. Like, it's easy to spot the big details, like the patterns on the swimsuit and the little belt and the fucking thigh strap, but like her ankle bracelet just looks like a gold bangle. And details on the jewelry on her wrist also lose a lot of punch. You see them in these shots when they're like up close and personal, but when you actually get to the nitty-gritty of the fighting game proper, the main thing people are going to be looking at is the swimsuit, because the finer details are going to get a little bit lost. It's still a really, really nice adaptation, and the 3D model still did excellent. And hell, if this was not a fighting game, I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's so good. It's so pretty. And her hips look gigantic. I volunteer as a victim. You're going to lose your pelvis. Like, these are all gorgeous. Jesus! I didn't see it from the back! Fucking Christ on a cracker. You need to have some fucking god tier level confidence to wear something like this out in public. Nalga. Wait, todas. Todas se salen de ahí, todas. The back of this outfit is a lot. Chat, do your squats. Woo! Chun-Li has a great body shape, and the swimsuit only serves to enhance it because it really shows off how wide her hips are. It's great. I will say my verdict is they nailed it. They did great. A pretty good translation overall. We lost a little bit of detail on some of these skins. Some of the 3D was better than some of the 2D, but overall, they really, really nailed it. They did a great job. Like, my fucking applause and compliments to the chefs over at Street Fighter 6. You guys made amazing work with these summer skins. I genuinely can't wait to see more, both concept art and 3D. Feels very, very fun. It feels summery, it feels like a holiday, and that's what you want, chat. 9 out of 10 would love another summer season pass. I would want another one personally. I want more swimsuits, but we might not get swimsuits till next year. Still though, very nice. Slow clap from Lily. Honestly, like, who else would I like to see? Like, Yuri would be great to see a swimsuit of. Marissa would be interesting. I definitely want to see her in a swimsuit. Sangeef needs a fucking banana hammock. The Street Fighter 6 team really knows what they're doing. They have great designers, and they have great people who do the 3D models and implement all the physics engines and simulations for clothing. I will say that I'm looking forward to seeing more skins from them in the future because it's just really, really fun to watch the 2D come to life, especially when it's done so well. Because this is great 3D implementation, everything animated beautifully, and we still got most, if not all of the details from the concept art into the final model. So hats off to the Street Fighter team. Good job, Capcom. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Which one's your favorite out of the summer skins? Like, Chun-Li's making me feel things. But I want to know what's yours. And also, yeah, let me know. Remember, if you want to fucking cool off this summer, you can go get some gamer subs with code KINKIVATION for 10% off, baby. And also, the plushie is still a thing that's happening until August 28th. So if you're gonna go pick up your own pink thing, do it now, don't hesitate.